Greetings to all. My name is Juan Pablo de los Rios. I'm Consolata missionary from Colombia. I have 30 years of ordination. Did my first stage of formation in Colombia, then my theological training in London, England. I was there for 5 years. And after that, I got my ordination to the priesthood. And my first destination was in Spain. So I wanted to go to Africa, and probably it was supposed to be my first destination. It was changed at the last moment for some circumstances, and I worked in Spain for 3 years, especially with the youth and information. After that period of experience of missionary activity in Spain, finally I got my destination to South Korea. I was working there with our confreres for 13 years. It was a very nice experience, being from Latin America, going to the east, South Korea, different culture, different country, different food, different language, and everything was new. It was an opportunity to have a vision of the world, bigger, much extended, and to have an understanding of the gospel and being a missionary in a different way. It was very profound and very uh, experience that marked me a lot in my life. After these 13 years of being in South Korea, I went back to my own country, Colombia, did some service in formation with our young students. And then for the last 10 years, I worked in the Amazon area of Colombia, Caquetá, Putumayo, with the new churches that are growing, with this the new way of understanding the environment and how this common house, as Pope Francis called it, is part of our life and everything is interconnected. It was an opportunity to get touched to my own culture, my own identity as a Latin American, part of these experiences of life and the communities that grow in that part of the world. Being elected as a regional superior of Colombia, I took part in the last general chapter last June, and I was chosen to be part of this general government, which now I'm doing. It's a new, a new job, a new way of being missionary as well, Consolata missionary. I think this is a very good opportunity to understand and to know more this institute of ours that we love so much, Consolata missionaries, to be able to understand all the processes that are going on here and there, all the way to that we are constructing and building this being Consolata missionaries in this 21st century. I think this is an opportunity to get to know, from inside our institute, our charism, our missionaries, etc. And having said that, we just took part in this African Continental Assembly after the chapter, and it is my very very first time to visit and to stay in an Africa country, Tanzania, in Bunju. We have this meeting, and it was a very very nice and very enriching um, um, experience. It was good to meet a lot of people, a lot of missionaries, many of them from this country, which I have never met before, because my work was in Asia and Latin America. But it's something that I think that is very very important. That is big in this continent and in this experience, this assembly, is that the fact that we have a lot of young missionaries, young people. All the vocations, the new vocations, are coming from these countries, and this is a sign of hope and happiness for our institute, because seeing these young people enthusiastic with the sense of being part of this family, with the desire to to to, to create, to discover, to go new ways of being missionaries, is a big sign of hope for all of us. So I'm glad to be in here, to have participated in this meeting, I am glad to know that this institute of ours is growing, that is plenty of young people, people who want to carry on with this legacy we received from our founder, Consolation and Mission Agentes. And I think that what we have experienced, what we have talked, what we have shared in these meetings is a good sign, a good message, not only for the continent, but for the whole institute, because we work as in the continentality, but still the continent belongs to the whole institute. And what we have done, what we have experienced, what we are looking ahead in front of our eyes is a gift that we have received from God, from our vocation, missionary, Consolata missionaries, and from the charism that we receive from our founder. So thank you very much. I encourage all these young missionaries and all missionaries to be faithful to our commitment, to our call to be missionaries agentes, and to have this spirituality of consolation to be shared and to be communicated to many people around the world. All the best.